guys, it's Carrie with King Concoctions, making more cold process. So today I'm making a layered soap with Nurture Soap's Peace and Love fragrance. It's supposed to be a dupe of Lush's the Olive Branch, I believe. I'm doing 5 layers, and I'm actually going to split my batch up 5 times. You see the first batch here. I'm coloring the entire batch with this pretty teal color. It's going to be this color at the bottom and then get lighter as I go up to the top of the loaf. And then I will also pipe the top. I am a little uncertain at the moment what I'm going to do for the piping, but we will see that when we get to that part. I'm ready to start going, so I'm just going to start assembling it. I'm just going to throw everything, fragrance, oil, colorant, lye, everything into the pot and then run it up because I have no reason to batch it up any more than that. So I've already split my fragrance oil up into little containers like this just to save myself a little bit of hassle. So all my fragrance oil is going in here. This does have a little bit of vanillin in it, and it is supposed to discolor, so I will be using some titanium dioxide and hopefully it won't be too bad. Might end up with a lot of bubbles. That will be my fault if that's the case. Okay, I'm ready to add my lye water. Gonna stir it really quick. Might add just a little bit more colorant. I think I will. Just stir the living daylights out of it. So here's my first layer. So I'm gonna just pour it right into my mold. Scrape out as much as I possibly can. My first layer and bake it down really quick. Sure, it'll be fine. Now I'm going to wait for this to set up a little bit, and I will be back with the next layer. Alright, I'm back to make my second layer. I just added some more mica, and I'm adding my fragrance oil now. Gonna hand stir it just a little bit. Also added some titanium dioxide to my lye water, just to make sure it's a little brighter than the bottom layer there. Hopefully this time I will avoid having so many bubbles. But we'll see. Kind of hard when there's not a whole lot of liquid. Alright, I'm going to add my second batch of lye water. Buzzing it up. I think I had too much titanium dioxide because this is where I really kind of want it to be in about the third layers up. I'm going to add more mica again. Although, wait a minute, because I have some stuck on my spatula here, so let me stir it in first. Definitely going to add more mica here. I think I'm going to add a little bit more titanium here, rather more mica here. Been about a half hour since that other layer was poured. I imagine this one will take about the same. So there's my second layer. And my loaf of soap. Just going slow at first to make sure this first layer is nice and set. A little bit of mica that didn't get completely mixed in, but that's my own fault. Just gonna scrape out my bowl here. So there is my second layer. I'm gonna pop my mold down a bit. Alright, so I will see you when the third layer is ready to pour. Alright, I'm back to make the third layer. Again, this is my oils with the mica that's been mixed into it, and here's my lye water. not forget my fragrance, right? Alright, gonna add my lye water. Again, I just added some titanium dioxide to my lye water. No need to add mica this time. This is now the third layer. It's a very minty blue color. Alright, pouring it in. This one's really fluid because I didn't have to mix it very much. Alright, third layer is done and I will see you when the fourth layer is ready to pour. Alright, on to my fourth layer. I put my fragrance oil in so I don't forget this time. In here I have slightly less mica, about half of what I used in this prior batch here. I think I'm going to do teal in every single layer. The top layer I was going to leave white, but I think I'm going to end up doing white piping anyways. So that'll be the white part. Alright, and again I have added titanium dioxide to my lye water. This time I've added probably as much as I will use in the next batch as well. But I'm going to add my lye water right now. Only one more layer left. See you shortly. Alright you guys, I am on my last layer. Titanium dioxide in my lye water again, and I have added just a very small amount of that mica to my oils. I'm gonna add my lye water and do the very last layer. Gonna add just a bit more titanium dioxide. It's not quite as light as I wanted. That should be more than enough. I forgot to add my fragrance oil anyways. I almost forgot the whole gosh. 5 layers, 5 fragrance oils, right? Alright, there we go. For sure, that's really light. It's also got about 1,000 bubbles in it. Had I done fewer layers, like only 4 layers, or if I had a larger mold, maybe if I did a double batch, I wouldn't have the bubble problem. It's just because I'm only doing 1 layer, 1 mold, and wanted to do 5 layers. Because I feel like 5 is the perfect layer number. I have no basis for that particular belief. I just feel like 5 is perfect here. So, but this is the final color, which is a very, very light minty. This reminds me of sea foam. So I'm going to pour it in my mold and then we'll be all set to go. Ooh, look how pretty. I may have said this earlier part of the video. When I started this video it was about 8:30 in the evening and now we are approaching midnight. So now these molds come with a lid. You don't see me use them very often, but I am going to do it today because I do want the soap to set up a little bit, and then I am going to insulate it and see if we can't get some gelling to happen. I'm interested to see how the gelling is going to work with this particular mold or this particular method. But that will be the layer soap, and I will see you right now to pipe the top of it. Okay guys, I am back to pipe the Tranquility Teal is what I'm going to call this soap. This is, I've just got a batch of my piping here, just colored with titanium dioxide, and another one of those Russian piping tips. This one's a little bit different than the one I used before, but I'm going to use the very same technique I used before, which is 2 dollops on either side of the soap. And I'm just going to get started. Alright, so there's the first layer. My piping could have been set up a little bit more, but I didn't want it to be too hard to set. It's okay. It looks messy, but I think it'll look nice once it's actually cut. There's not too many good piping techniques with these tips. Alright. In here I just have some of that mica mixed in some melt and pour. And I'm just going to drizzle it over the top using a pipette. Ooh, that's pretty. Alright, I will bring you in for a close-up, and then I will see you when it's ready to cut. Okay guys, I'm back to cut the Tranquility Teal soap. I love how it came down. Look at those beautiful layers. The top, oh man, this is maybe my favorite soap I've ever made. Okay, it's all ready to cut, so I'm just going to get started cutting it. Oh man, look how beautiful it came out. There's the top. I'm super pleased with this. I want to make 1,000 of these in different colors. I'm also cutting my bars slightly thicker than I have in the past. Before I was cutting at 1 inch, now I'm cutting at about 1 1/4 inches. Not much thicker, but it's just enough. I think it's a really good size. So the cut inside on this one's a little bit bad because I messed it up, but it'll be fine when I plane it. There's the top. Super pleased, you guys. Look how pretty this soap is. I'm having some trouble with my lighting situation. Sorry about that. I'm gonna fast forward the video, and I will see you at the last bar. Not quite sure why on camera this bottom layer seems to have some sort of weird discoloration, because it doesn't look like that in real life, so maybe the camera's picking up on something I can't see with my eyeballs. This fragrance does have vanillin in it, and you can tell in the second layer from the top that it's just a little bit discolored, but I think, like, unless you're looking for it, you can't actually see it. It looks like it's intended to be that color. And I think that's just because that's the layer with the least amount of colorant and also the least amount of titanium dioxide. Like, the layer below it has more colorant and the layer above it has more titanium dioxide. So I think I'm only going to get 9 bars with this size, but I like these are nice size bars. So. Alright, and here's the last bar. Top looks like ice cream on this one. And the tiny cut end piece. And that is the Tranquility Teal soap. Thank you so much for watching. And this mica is just one of my eBay micas. The link's in the description box below if you're interested.